The comparisons were being made within seconds after he was drafted. Is Donnel Pumphrey going to be the next Darren Sproles here in Philadelphia? 5'8", 175, small stature. Everyone telling him he's too small his entire life. You can see why the comparisons are easily made for the NCAA's all-time leading rusher. But are they fair? That's what this next film study is going to be about. Can Donnel Pumphrey really be the next Darren Sproles here in Philadelphia? Let's find out. Using his patience, vision, and instantaneous ability to accelerate, Donnel Pumphrey is at his best. Turning the corner, he rarely loses races around the edge. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And here's the record breaker, the one that surpassed Ron Dane on the all-time NCAA rushing yards mark list. Fitting that it came on a run to the outside. You look at Pumphrey and his ability to bounce. Look at that. So you got two players there, a defensive end, defensive tackle. You think you get the angle on him, and he just runs by you with ease. Tight ropes that sideline, creates a beautiful arc when turning that corner. Safety. You think you got Pumphrey lined up. You think you got the proper angle on him. Nope. Easily turns that corner. Easy touchdown for Pumphrey. You go for the legs. You go for the diving tackle attempt. You're not going to bring him down. Pumphrey, again, runs right by you. 3rd and 1, linebacker. Well, good luck. You're not going to stop him. Let's move on to Donnel Pumphrey's jump cutting ability. The quickness, the change of direction, the vision that Pumphrey possesses to pull this off. It's actually pretty elite. The decisiveness and quickness of his jump cutting is pretty damn fantastic. I got a couple clips to illustrate what I'm talking about. Where's Chris Berman when you need him? This first cut here on this clip. Whoop! Oh my goodness! That jump cut to the outside on the safety. Easy touchdown for Pumphrey. 3rd and 3, inside the 5. Oh my goodness. Look what he did to 51. Thinks he has the edge there. He thought he said it. Quick change of direction, quick cut to the outside. Look at the width that Pumphrey got on that jump cut, and then beats that safety to the pylon. All right, defensive end, next 2 clips. You think you got Pumphrey lined up in the backfield. There he accelerates through the hole for the touchdown. And another one here. You think you got him. Defensive end in the backfield. He's in position to make the play. And again, that Chris Berman, whoop! Oh my goodness. Laundry on the field. Oh my. All right, one last one. Safety here thinks he has Pumphrey lined up, sets him up for the inside move. Moves the chains on a 3rd and 8. This is the part of Donnel Pumphrey's game where I'm really curious to see if it can translate to the pro level. You look at his production at San Diego State, led the Aztecs in receptions this past season, 28 of them for 416 yards and 3 touchdowns. You look at what he can do. Obviously, Pumphrey's the guy you want in space, make linebackers, make safeties, make cornerbacks miss. But in terms of his route running, in terms of putting him out in the slot, motioning him out wide as a wide receiver, to exploit potential matchup problems, quote-unquote matchup problems. When I see Donnel Pumphrey run a route, I think he needs a lot of improvement. I don't see the suddenness. I don't see the acceleration coming out of his break. This is something where he's going to have to work on. And you know what? He gets to learn under the best in Darren Sproles. And you look at even Darren Sproles' history, his first 2 years in the league didn't really make much of an impact. It wasn't until year 3 where you really saw what Darren Sproles could really do. And I'm curious to see if the same thing's going to happen with Pumphrey. Here we are, I formation, Pumphrey lined up in the slot to create a quote-unquote matchup problem. But as you can see, well, not much of a matchup problem. Acceleration, suddenness out of his break lacking. You can see the difference here between Pumphrey and Sproles. Look how quick Sproles is out of his cut compared to Pumphrey. Here we go again. I formation, line him out wide. Quick slant. This is San Jose State. And you can't even create separation against the freaking Spartans. This is Houston. Quick slant, minimal separation. Pumphrey can't hang on to the pass. 3rd and 4. Well, that one just goes through his hands. Not really sure what that was supposed to be. Now, this is where Pumphrey excels. Get him in space. Get him with room in front of him. This is a 2nd and 15. You can see Pumphrey just runs a route over the middle, turns that corner there along the sideline, picks up a 1st down. 3rd and 8, another example. Quick change of direction, quick cut to the outside to get to the yellow line. Here we go, fake the jet sweep. Again, this is utilizing Pumphrey's skill set, getting him in space. Swing route there along the left boundary. And, alright, so I will admit, Pumphrey's got some hands. He's got some mittens. This is a nifty one-handed grab, back shoulder ball against the Cougars. That is lovely. Obviously, Pumphrey is at his best running outside of the tackles, running that outside zone, but he did play for San Diego State, a power running team that ran a lot of I formation. And Pumphrey is certainly not afraid to stick it in between the tackles, using that patience, using that vision, and that quick acceleration to get through the hole. Now here's the thing though, San Diego State had a very, very good offensive line, led by Nico Saragusa. He was drafted. So that line got him to the 2nd level with ease, got him to those open spaces with ease, because that's where Pumphrey's at his best, in space on the 2nd level, using that quick change of direction. But I've got some runs out of that I formation for you guys to show you. Alright, so this is a run outside of the tackles. This is a pitch play, but you can see the patience, the balance, the way that Pumphrey set up his block before excelling through that hole. Another angle here right behind the offensive line. Look at him press the line of scrimmage and dart through the hole. That was a thing of beauty from Pumphrey. Alright, some in between the tackles running. I mean, you can just see the gaping hole that offensive line created for Pumphrey there. Easy touchdown. And here we go. Darts up the middle. Whoop! Little quick cut there. Another cut on the 2nd level. Runs right up the middle for the touchdown. And one last one. Cuts back against the grain. Sees the hole. Sees the alley. Bursts through it. And a touchdown for Pumphrey. And to steal a line from LeVar Ball, because Donnel Pumphrey's been hearing it his entire life, 5'8", 175, they've been telling him, you're too small! You're too small! You're not going to last, because you're too small. Alright, well, what's Donnel Pumphrey going to be at the next level? I'm thinking his carries will be limited, his touches will be limited, so you look at that smaller stature of his, I don't really see it being a big deal in the NFL. But when you do look at the tape, that 5'8", 175, that stature of his, he does fall down pretty easily. Doesn't take much to bring him down. Here's the thing about Pumphrey. If you hit him high, you tackle him above the waist, you're going to bring him down pretty easily. You're not going to get any extra yardage from him leaning forward. It's not going to happen. You hit him high, he's going down immediately. 1st and goal. You can see it. Runs into a wall. He's not going anywhere. 4th and goal. You're at the 1-yard line. Pitch play. Try to get him out to the perimeter. He gets hung up. He's not going to get low. He's not going to get his shoulders square. He's not going to get that extra yards. Now, what he does do, I will give him this. You try to get him low. He does churn those legs. 5'8", 175, those legs, they're skinny. But you can see here, he's got the drive. He's got determination. Gets a couple extra yards there. And one more clip for you guys. So try to bring him down along his ankles, and he's going to fight. He's feisty. He'll fight. He'll fight for those extra yards. All right, so he's small, but he's going to fight. There you go again. Fight for those yards, Donnel. All right, so I'm not really seeing this Sproles comparison like a lot of other people do. I don't think Pumphrey can run the routes the way Sproles can. That quickness coming out of his breaks. Sure, he's going to work on it. He might get a little bit better over the next couple years, but in terms of lining him out wide, lining him out in the slot, I don't think that's going to work for him. Get him out in space, screens, swing routes. That's what I would do. In terms of breaking tackles, I don't think he's like Sproles. He's not as thick in his lower body. Sproles has done that throughout his NFL career. So the comparison I would like to make would be a 5 to 10 carry version of work done. Because Pumphrey, unabashed to run between the tackles, he's going to catch some passes for you. Got that quick change of direction. So I would make a done comparison before a Sproles one for Donnel Pumphrey.